We are live in New York City. It's Kevin Kennedy. This is the Build Series, and I swear, I work here almost every day, and I swear this takes place on 4th and Broadway, the corner. It looks like CNCO Avenue today. We are surrounded by CNC owners, and it's for good reason. One of the biggest boy bands in the world is about to hit the stage. They were recently named to People Magazine's prestigious Ones to Watch list, as well as Billboard's top 50 albums of the decade. Without further ado, guys, please welcome CNCO. Welcome back. Guys, keep it going for the guys. The last time we were all together, oh, please, show some love, man. They came out in the rain. I've never seen so many umbrellas. That's a good merch item for tour.
Why?
Some umbrellas, some CNCO umbrellas.
Oh, really?
For days like this, man. The last time we were all together wasn't in a room this big, dude. We were trapped in an elevator in Times Square for MTV. Do you remember this?
Yes. Yeah.
I want to thank you first and foremost because when all went to heck, you really stepped in there. We got locked in this elevator. Can we tell this story really quick? We're gonna get to tour and all the new music, but this is hilarious. We're doing this really cool thing called TR Elevator, where we're surprising fans on every floor of the MTV building. It was a lot of fun, right?
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
It was cool.
Very hot.
Super cool.
It was
very
super hot. Yeah.
Don't forget the mic.
Very sweaty.
Want to get every sweaty mention. But at one point, the camera guy gets out to let a fan in, and because the doors closed so fast, we lost the camera guy.
Yeah.
So we're just stuck in this elevator going up and down.
With nobody.
I don't know what to do. And finally, you saved the day and like clicked the right floor, and it was really hilarious.
I remember. Yeah,
Saved the day.
I remember the floor. So
It was hilarious, guys. Welcome back to Build. It's been
you.
almost a year
Thank
since
you,
you've been here.
Yeah.
Your first time here last spring, you did an amazing acoustic rendition of Pretend, which I still go back and watch, truth be told.
Thank
No,
you, bro.
jam.
Thank you.
It's really
Thank you.
awesome. What is, I mean, there's crossover years, there's game-changing years, and then there's the year that you guys had last year. Try to put into words what the past 12 to 13 months has been like for CNCO.
Man, it's been a lot. I feel like for us, it's been a lot of growing as persons and as artists as well. I feel like we've just been in the project. You know, we've been super in the studio and in creative mode, preparing this tour, Press Start Tour. Our new album that's coming out soon this spring. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, we're super excited, man. I feel like a lot has happened and a lot of growth has happened throughout those months. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all sort of led to and culminated not just in the new record, but the biggest tour of your entire career. So round of applause for that. The venues are getting alarmingly big. You're playing the Forum in Los Angeles, which cannot be understated. It's a huge accomplishment, and it kicks off May 30th. Tickets, of course, on sale right now.
Yep.
As a fan, we're excited because the show's going to get bigger, the noise is going to get bigger. It's just going to be a bigger party for CNC owners. But as an artist, how do you adjust to larger venues, a bigger show? What are some of the adjustments that you guys have to make?
As an artist?
Yeah.
You saying like mentally or?
Well, in the sense of like, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about visuals? Are you thinking about the set list a little different? Because it's not as intimate. I mean, that's the goal. You want to make it as intimate as possible, but you know, these
Set list is very important.
That is very important. Yeah. Visuals also like today.
I think everything
is very important. Just
Yeah.
that. Try to make an amazing show, you know. For the
choreo, we focus a lot on choreo.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know, because I feel like that's what hypes our fans, you know, and our people, and us as well. If we're on stage not doing choreo, it kind of throws us off a little, you know, if we don't do some certain movement. So
totally
super cool.
Tour again. I'll say it a million times. May 30th is the first date.
May 30th. Yeah.
We're if you're watching this live, of course, it's mid-February here in New York City. 3 months or so out. What are you thinking about right now? Are you working on? Is it more visuals right now? Is it more like the set list right now? You talk about choreo. Like 3 months out, that process. What's like the main focus these days when heading into tour?
That we're actually finishing up our album. We have a couple more songs to record, and from there we're gonna decide like the set list. We're gonna be working on the different arrangements for like the music, choreos that'll be coming in pretty soon. So like we're there. We're like just about to start it, and like in these next 2 months we're gonna be practicing. 3 months we're gonna be practicing a lot, so we can give like the best show ever.
That's awesome. I want to talk about, you're talking about the music you're working on. I want to highlight My Boo. This is a song that was originally in Japanese, and you guys not only translated it, but just made it as catchy, if not catchier, in your own special way, which is an amazing accomplishment in and of itself. How did this whole thing happen with My Boo?
Man, Sony came with this idea of this song it was released a while ago in Japan, and it was huge, like it was super massive. And they wanted to do a remake of that song, and they called us, man, and we were super blessed. We couldn't believe the idea because singing in Japanese, we were like, how are we gonna do that? Like that's that was gonna be a challenge. So like I felt like it was a good learning experience, man. Sony Japan came through. They helped us with the translation, with the words. What are we saying at the end of the day too? And it was just a lot of fun, bro. It kind of like matched our personalities. We're very diverse. We're very spontaneous at the end of the day, and we love to try new things. So I feel like this kind of like marked CNCO in a real way, And we were trying to get back also to our Asian fans. So it's super
totally.
Cool.
Yeah, crazy. There's CNC owners around the world, I should say. Eric, I saw you talking recently in an interview about just how excited you are to experiment with new sounds for the new album and sort of explore different sonics. What are you working with right now?
Yeah, we are super excited in this new album because we are working on like sounds that we haven't like tried before. So we're like super excited. We are like more part of the writing in this new album, so we are so excited like to the fans to see like all the things that we are working, and like we're just like super excited, bro.
Yeah. I think you guys are excited too, right?
Yeah.
All in amazement if you're at home right now. They're just on the edge of their seat. Please speak more. The writing process that you guys do is kind of cool. It's incredibly collaborative and very immersive amongst everybody, where you'll take a story, like one person's story I've heard, and then you'll say, okay, how can this relate to my life? Like, what have I gone through that is sort of like this? And then that's how a song is born for CNCO. Do you find the songwriting process brings you closer together, builds camaraderie amongst you guys? Do you get to know each other better?
Definitely. I think because that way we kind of get to know more about each other. Like for example, there were a couple songs that we did on the EP. We started sharing our stories. We were like, whoa, I never knew that about you. So like we got to like open ourselves more.
Was there a big surprise? Was there a funny surprise maybe?
Not that funny, but like yo, I didn't know you went through that type of thing.
Right.
But it's cool, yeah. Writing together, we get to learn. We get to learn how we write, how we do different melodies. It's really cool. It's a learning process.
And sometimes also there's a fun fact that we don't kind of open each other about our love life, like that.
Right.
So I feel like in the studio, it's super cool that we kind of just open up and we just say just certain experience or certain things, So I feel like that also got to kind of like, got us to unite a little bit more and get to know each other, about our past or whatever it is. And the studio is just a connection in a storyline kind of based little thing, So it's super cool.
It's funny, as fans, we probably think that CNCO heads into the studio every single day, leaves with 5 hit songs. And it's not always like that. It's a lot of hard work songwriting. And talked a little bit about something we don't often hear about is the tough nights where you might leave with nothing, and how you guys maybe band together through that and just getting through that, and how tough that is, Chris.
I mean, there's sometimes that we go to the studio and we just stay there till 5 o'clock in the morning, and your voice is done, and you want to keep doing it because you know you had it, but you can't, and it's just you feel like trash, kind of.
Yeah.
You just go to it. I mean, you feel bad because you didn't finish, and you just gotta come back the other day, like cool down. Or there's sometimes that you don't even hit the note, or there's sometimes that just the lyric is not there.
Not feeling it.
Yeah.
So,
And that's part of the growing process, to kind of like just bypass that and grow apart from that.
Yeah. And those nights, I'm sure, make the nights where you do hit one mean so much more.
Yeah.
when you hit 2 or 3, whoo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Hat
feel
trick. That's awesome. The tour press start. Let's explain. You talked about this in the past, but in case you don't know at home, what does press start mean? And this whole, it's almost a theme. It's almost like a universe you guys are building for the fans. Where does this all come from?
I mean, this idea is come from one day we was like,
we were.
we were about
El gringo.
Thank you. about go to an award, and we was super late. But it was because we was playing video games, and our personal manager told us like, "Hey guys, come, we have to go." And I think it was Eric or Chris. He said,
It was Eric, but I had
press
to
start.
I think it was Chris.
Like, it's just like, yo, we're going right now. Just press
Yeah.
start. Let's go.
Just
So
press
one more
start.
time, press start.
It was
And
like
then
one-
we imagine like this whole concept about like video games
And I think
doing
somebody
the
took
show.
a picture of us in the room, like
Like-
from the door,
Yeah.
just us
Yeah.
playing. We're like, yo, that's a
It
dope
was
cover.
perfect.
You know,
like
like that would be a cool.
the snacks, the
Everything.
controllers, and
Underwear.
everything was like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were like undressed though. We had like 2 minutes to get ready and we decided to play. I don't even
It
know.
was really, yeah, just kind of like of course we kind of built this, but it was kind of like that. It was like
We had to put clothes on.
perfect. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. We had to.
Salty's not wearing his pants. I'm like, not this
Yeah.
side.
Cannot see it,
You can't see.
but yeah, that's the whole theme about it.
And did I hear, not to spoil any tour visuals, but there's going to be some sort of element to the tour visuals that work into what we're kind of seeing right here. Is that cool? Is that true, I
Yeah.
should say?
Yeah,
But we
we're
can't say much
yeah.
about it because
Right.
you know then you have
Yeah.
all the information.
But there's a lot to look forward to,
but
is
there's
what
a
I'm
lot,
getting at.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of dynamics as well.
That's cool.
Cool.
When you explore these new sounds, like you were talking about, do you hear things in popular music where you go, "Oh man, I love that. How can we make that our own, or how can we incorporate that into what we do? Whether it's a hip hop song, or maybe a pop song, or a dance song. Is there anything you're a fan of right now going on in music?
I mean, yeah, we hear a lot of music, different type of genres, but I think that's something that's happening like inconsciente. How you say inconsciente?
Like
Inconscientemente.
unconsciously.
Yeah, unconsciously. You don't really realize.
You hear the music and then like that type of artist and song start influence you in your music that you do.
Yeah, totally.
In your day to day.
Anything you're particularly like big on right now, or are you guys just like so in studio mode? You're not really.
Man,
listening
it's
to that?
like you create out of nowhere. You know, inspiration comes out of nowhere and creativity. So I feel like for us, man, we just create whatever we hear. Like let's say one day we're feeling a type of chord and we're like, yo, we should take it here, or we should go here, or maybe we haven't given our fans this type of music. Let's go back to here. You know.
Totally.
So it just depends on the vibe. At the end of the day, you kind of can't plan it. Or unless you want to plan it, and you just like, oh, let's do hip hop, or let's do whatever.
Yeah.
But it's kind of
And
like
it depends on the
yeah,
day too.
it's random. It's very random.
Just random. Maybe you had a bad day and you go to the studio and just write like angry, like I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
sad,
depends
angry,
on
happy,
everything that
whatever.
happens in that day. Everything.
Well, it's funny. I was saying to one of our producers here before you guys came out, what I dig about your guys' music is like you are so versatile and you're not afraid to explore different things.
Yeah.
It's not just the same thing every time. It's always something different. The quality's always there. It's always top notch from CNCO,
Thank
but
you,
it's
though.
always
Thank
a little
you.
bit different,
Thank
which is
you.
cool. Keeps us guessing.
That's cool.
Let's actually kick it to Twitter. You guys ever hear of Pop Crave? Pop Crave loves you guys. It's a social
Oh, yeah, I've
media
heard of
account.
Pop Crave.
And CNC owners are all over there.
The only one?
Just blow a kiss to Pop Crave?
I'm like so excited. I'm like, yeah, I know. No one else.
So we asked a bunch of the CNC owners to send in some questions for you guys. This comes from Pop Crave. And what's a song of yours that doesn't have a music video, but you wish there was a music video for it? This is pretty cool. I might steal this one. And
Dang, I think,
All of
I
them.
think the whole EP, we want
All
to do a
of
music
them,
video for
yeah.
it.
Yo,
Like a
Ya
whole
Tu Sabes.
visual.
Yeah.
Ya
Tu
Tu
Sabes would have
Sabes.
been a dope video.
Yeah.
Ya Tu Sabes.
Yes.
That would
for?
have been a hard video.
Yeah.
Ya Tu Sabes.
Ya Tu
Oh, song that we
Sabes.
have, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that
like
that
a
song
real,
would've
I
been
like
fire.
a trap kind of song. Like
Yeah.
maybe that we did like couple, in the last single that we wrote, and it was really cool to see that the fans liked it, like the CNC owners jamming with it. It was amazing. And the
Awesome.
like the first time that we put it on our show, it was like randomly. We just were like performing, and we just we just put it like on the show. Like and sang on top of it, and everybody went crazy. We were like so hype.
You guys seem to enjoy the music video process. They always come out great. Remember the
And
pretend
everything.
one was very cold, right?
Sometimes there's a lot of waiting as well.
A lot of waiting?
We're 5, you know, so sometimes
Yeah.
like one has to record, they take like 2 hours, then another one has to record it in another place, take like 3 hours, and
Yeah.
then like, you know.
So
So
yeah,
I feel like
it's
that's
long.
the
Change
only
the
part.
set
Long
to
day.
do everything.
process.
It's a
Yeah.
process. It's a
Yeah.
big.
It's a problem.
But we
process.
love it though. When we're on set, it's super cool. We
Definitely.
have hella fun. Yeah.
Do you have another Twitter question? No Twitter. Can we kick it to the fans in New York? Right on. Let's get to Jen. Where are you, Jen?
Alrighty, Jen.
Where are you from, Jen?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Nice.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
So I know you guys said that you're more involved with this upcoming album coming out. Is there anything you learned or picked up while making the album, like producing, anything like that?
Yeah.
Like producing.
Everything. I mean, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Creo que todo. ¿Qué estoy hablando en español? I think everything, because in this album we kind of like pushed our limit. Like we wanted to like challenge ourselves with like vocally too. So I think like in this album we're a lot more like, I would say like putting it up on the vocal level. So I think that's something that we've learned a lot in this album, and you guys will see it too. Just production too. We were like more involved in that, like all of the writing process. So yeah, you guys will hear that.
He's like, yeah.
You guys could say anything. That's a good question, Jen. Let's get to Ashley. Where are you at, Ashley?
Right here.
Oh,
Hi.
nice. Where are you from, Ashley?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Pennsylvania.
Right on.
5-hour drive.
Ooh,
You came here,
Thank you.
not to tell you short,
thank you.
but you came here just for CNCO?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's like, you're the best.
yeah. Not saying it's not worth it. No. That's awesome. What's your question?
Okay, so I was gonna ask, what would you say is the biggest change between Que Quienes Somos and the new album, and like in sense of production and sound?
I think there's a lot of diversity, you know, on this one. We went kind of outside of our box, and then we went back to the box too, just to give you guys also some of the, you know, original CNCO. But I think that's more that I could tell you, you know, that there's a lot of diversity, there's a lot of new lyrics, you know. I feel like you could tell the growth of CNCO, and vocally as well, we kind of like went in a little bit more. So we kind of leveled up, you know, a little bit, and yeah.
Hey,
Level up.
into
Yeah,
a new
super
album,
cool.
right? New
Yeah, of
concept.
course.
Why is an album so important to you guys as artists? You know, I feel like now it's really cool to be like, no, I don't like, we don't need an album. You know what I mean? But you guys are like, you're very passionate about still doing an album, which is cool.
I think every artist, like, not every artist, but the mayor, ¿cómo se dice la mayoría?
Majority.
The majority.
Yeah, like, we like do albums. Is on a whole
Yeah.
project, on a whole challenge. And you also, like, always show, like, in a different version of you every album. So I think that's something really cute to give to your fans or something like that.
Really cute to give your fans.
I think fans enjoy it too, because I think albums, more than so that just singles, are like timestamps in our life. You know what I mean? You can kind of remember like whether you're in school, the grade you were in, or whatever you're doing when this album came out, which is cool. So we're excited for what you're about to give us. And let's get to Maria. There's Maria. Where are you from, Maria?
I'm from New Jersey.
Oh,
You
snap.
should have lied. You said
Yeah.
further than Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Just to one up Ashley.
Alabama then.
Yeah, exactly. Antarctica?
Oh yeah. So my question is, so you guys just all joined TikTok. So what is like your favorite TikTok dance?
Renegade. Hey,
Can we get a demonstration?
yo. It's just, no,
Rich,
but hold up. I'm
Rich.
Not
practicing.
fair.
So it's like, I don't know the whole thing. Like,
Richard, 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 Richard,
Yo, why not?
Richard, Richard, Richard.
Straight up to TikTok.
I'll
from
do
now.
like a little thing.
Oh. Oh.
Ready? Go.
Hey.
Renegade, renegade,
Hear it.
renegade.
Hey, 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 hey.
Very nice.
Dancing with the fans.
Maria and Rich. There you go. There's a combo.
That's that was
See,
a
but
Very
I
cool.
didn't know the timing, so like.
All right, right on. Well, that was awesome. These are great questions from the CNC owners. You guys, thanks for coming out. I mean, in the rain is incredible, and thank you guys for making the time for us
Thank
here
you.
at Build.
Thank you.
It's always great to see you guys as well. I'm sure it won't
Always
be too
good to
long
see
until
you.
we see each other again. And May 30th, the big date, but tickets, of course, on sale right now. Press Start World Tour.
Start
CNCO, everybody.
Thank
You already know.
Love you guys.